Hello, my name is Mars, and today I'll be playing Between Horizons. This is a sci-fi adventure game with investigative detective mechanics, a semi-open world, and a branching narrative. I love detective games, and I'm very excited to be playing another one on the channel, but I'm also kind of scared because this is the kind of detective game where mistakes persist. You can accuse the wrong person and just have to live with the consequences rather than get a second chance. And there's a lovely little autosave feature to enforce that. So hopefully I get everything right and it's just a really tense and exciting time getting there, but we'll see. I'm liable to get things wrong on the first try. If you've seen me play something like Killer Frequency, you know I'm not perfect 100% all the time, but that'll just make things more interesting. I think if we go into this looking at it more as a choose your own adventure game rather than a detective game, then we'll all be a little more okay with what happens, but I don't know. Let's see. Alright, come on. Are you loading? There we go. Your progress is frequently autosaved, indicated by a small icon in the top right corner of the screen. All progress since the previous save point will be lost when you quit. You can neither manually save nor load a previous save point. There is no going back. You can find many options in the game settings to customize your experience. For example, you can turn off the time limit for dialogue choices and disable tutorials if desired. Time limit for dialogue choices. How much more stressful is that going to make this game? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. If it's too punishing, maybe I'll turn that off. I don't usually mind.
I must have been 8 or 9 years
Never
old
mind.
when I first realized that I would never witness the Zephyr's arrival. As a small child, I often imagined myself stepping foot on Eurus D, leaving the ship for the first time in my life. I didn't understand at the time that this was a privilege reserved for my grandchildren. I still remember the conversation I had with my father. He was uncomfortable about the whole thing, and I get it. People don't like talking about their children's mortality. Still, he made me feel better. He reminded me of the importance of our mission for the survival of mankind. We're the only egg in the second basket, he said, or something like that. The basket being Eurus D, a habitable planet just 4 light years away from Earth. And the egg, that's the roughly 1,300 people aboard the Zephyr. Everyone I'll ever know.
Pretty big spaceship, all things considered. Press E to advance dialogue. When prompted to pick one of multiple answers, use A and D and confirm your selection using E. No thank you. Stella? Stella! Did you go to bed already? Of course not. Well, in that case, you have a few minutes. There's something I'd like to show you. What is it? We'll see. It's a surprise. Okay. I'll be right out. Great. I'll be in my bunk upstairs. As you make progress, journal entries are added to your PDA. Open it by pressing tab. Some tutorials briefly take over the controls in order to demonstrate something. I don't mind. Okay. Your PDA offers a variety of crucial tools to aid you in your investigation. Switch between tabs by using R and Q. Okay. Your progress and objectives are documented here, organized by the cases you're working on. Entries that don't relate to a specific case are listed in the general category. Okay. Press escape to go back to a previous interface or tab to close your PDA immediately. Alright. I will look in my PDA. Announcements. We have been made aware of missing data across a large number of effective PDAs and are working on a solution to recover everything fully. Please do not submit any further reports at this time. Thank you for your patience. And cases. My dad is waiting for me in his bunk upstairs. Oh, that was our dad, William. Use A and D to move. Hold shift at the same time to run. Hey! How do I interact with stuff? I want to interact with this thing. I'm pressing E. Click doesn't do anything. Okay, I guess I'll come back to that later. Why is this not working? I'm pressing E. Hold on. Key bindings. Interact is E. I know you're sick, but I have to go out for a bit, okay? I'll be back very soon. Chi-Chi! Hold on. Are we absolutely sure? It's blinking. And this has an exclamation point over it, and I'm not... Oh! I am interacting with this. Okay. I'm changing the background. Okay. Well, what background do I want? Space. I want space. Once you submit a case, you may not find out if your solution was correct until much later, if at all. Very nice environments in this game. It advertised itself as 2.5D. Whatever the heck that means. Consult your map whenever you are trying to find a place on the ship. You can open it directly by pressing M. Stella's icon marks your current location. Use WASD to switch between selected locations. Each location has a unique icon that is revealed once it has been discovered. Right now, you only have access to a small part of the ship that is relevant to your current tasks. As new cases open up, so will new areas. The Zephyr is a ring spaceship, as illustrated on the left side. This means that if you move in one direction long enough, you will end up in the same place again. No. Map. Alright, we're looking to go up to the Chief of Security bunk, who is our dad, I guess. And the little person in there, that's me. Okay, so I need to find, like, an elevator, I guess.
I knew that Dad was worried about me. He'd noticed that I'd been sleeping a lot lately and virtually stopped socializing. I wasn't sure at the time what was wrong with me, but I found it harder and harder to get motivated.
Can't go there. I need an elevator, I think. Or stairs. Can't talk to the people. This is what it means by 2.3D. We can move backwards and forwards in the environment a little bit. That's cool. But it's not like fully 3D, which I appreciate. I like that. Alright, our dad's bunk was a little to the right of ours, right? Remember to hold shift while moving to sprint. Ooh, let's look at this. Is that just a picture of the spaceship? The Zephyr? New evidence, Captain's office. Should we be looking at this evidence? Oh, we don't have evidence. Okay. We don't have access to evidence, rather. Elias. Good evening, Assistant Chief Stella. Secretary Elias? How are things? Good, thank you. Pretty busy. Are you here to see the captain? She's not available, I'm afraid. Oh, our dad isn't the captain. The captain is someone named Talia. Okay, I see. She went to meet Navigator Joseph for a meeting on the bridge. And Assistant Captain Curtis left a while ago. I don't know where he is. No, that's okay. The chief wants to see me. I'm headed there now. Oh, he's the chief, not the captain. I see. I don't know. I don't know rankings and whatnot. Not even the most basic sense. Who's more in charge, the captain or the chief? I guess the captain is in charge of the whole ship. The chief is in charge of one specific part of the ship, so this would be chief of security. Makes sense. Do you want me to relay anything to the captain? Nothing for now. Thank you, Elias. Oh, is this the wrong place? Bill is waiting for you in his bunk. Okay. So that was the captain's office. Okay. Should we explore the whole place before we... Okay, I did go in the wrong direction. I went too far this way. That's why the guy was like, do you want to talk to the captain? Because you're in her office. No, we want to go here. What is it that you want to show me? Our messages from Earth for the Arrival Day celebrations came in earlier. Already? Arrival Day is still weeks away. Arrival? Where? 'Cause it said in the opening cutscene that we're not going to be the ones arriving on this new planet that I already forget the name of. Yeah, they always send the messages in advance to be sure we have them in time. Earth has a surprise for us this year. What surprise? Tell me already. Everyone got a private message from their relatives. Oh, is it like in anticipation of the day we're going to arrive? They're already celebrating it? That's a little presumptuous, don't you think? We got our own personal message from Mom, Stella. Can you believe it? Navigator Joseph already relayed it to me. Do you want to see it? Yes, of course. Okay, here we go. So this part is only for my family, right? Okay, hi. Oh my god, I haven't prepared anything. They only just told me I could say something to you guys in private. How are you out there? I hope things are going better than they are on Earth. We've been having rolling blackouts again, so I was worried they'd get in the way of this recording. Anyway, I wanted to say that we recently received the video you sent last year. Stella, I had never seen you in that uniform before. Wow. And William, you look like you haven't aged a day. Still the handsome young man I met 40 years ago. Remember that night? We were on a ship of all places. What was it called? Something Sparrow? Or I'm mixing it up now. I'm so proud of both of you. This mission is such an incredible, enormous thing you're doing. Everyone on Earth is rooting for you. It's been so many years since you left and it still doesn't feel real. I really hope these messages get to you. I worry about it every year. I don't know how they do it. It's all magic to me. You'll see more of me in the public video, unless you watched that already. Happy Arrival Day. You say that, right? Love you both. That was it. Seems like they weren't given much time to record these. I'm just glad she had the opportunity at all. Is this going to be a part of the yearly update from now on? I don't know. Maybe there's something about it in the other files. They just came in an hour ago. Don't tell anyone about it yet, okay? Are you alright, Dad? Something your mom said had me worried. What? There is no way she forgot the name of the ship where we met. I have to talk to the captain. About Mom? Not directly, it's complicated. This can't wait, sorry. I'll explain later. What the? Now what? Game is frozen. Oh. Oh, I was using the arrow keys. I'm a wreck. I'm a wreck this morning. What the hell? I was trying to use the arrow keys to move. Look at that fruit. I'm getting a call. What's going on tonight? Sergeant Adelrich? Assistant Chief Stella, are you with your father? He just left and wants to talk to the captain. Then maybe you can step in. Could you come talk to me at the security office? Sure, I'll be there in a minute. Are you all suited up? I am. Why? You might have to look into something. I'll explain when you're here. Seems like you might need to brush up on your suit's scanning ability. Trigger it by pressing space. I already did that by accident. Objects you can investigate are highlighted in blue for a short period of time. Collect them by walking in range and then pressing E before they stop glowing. Bonsai. Oh, here's evidence. Once a clue has been collected, an entry about it is created in your PDA's Evidence tab. New and updated clues are marked with the special icon. Okay, try finding more now by hitting space. There's a big, creepy looking bug on the table. I'm trying to ignore it. It just flew away. Okay. Alright, I saw something else glowing. Portrait of Bill and Liz. And I think that's everything. Okay, let's look at all the evidence we have. Mum said she wanted to join this mission as well, but she had to stay on Earth because it turned out she suffers from a cardiovascular condition, making it impossible for her to survive in space. Is she suffering from dementia or something? Is that what Dad was concerned about? Talia, captain of the Zephyr. Curtis, Talia's non-biological son. Why not just say adopted? Who will one day be the Zephyr's captain? Or maybe she's her stepson? What a weird way to phrase it. My mom, she lives back on Earth. I only know her through rare video messages. Edelrich, one of 2 advisors and a close confidant of my father. He knows a lot about the Zephyr and its population. The security office, the office I share with my 2 sergeants, Adelrich and Paul. The bonsai. It's been in my dad's bunk ever since I can remember. He always liked to brag about it being the only one on the ship. Apparently people around him gave it a month to live when he brought it on board. Miraculously, even though it hasn't grown much since, that's the point of a bonsai, it's still here 33 years later. Unfortunately, it seems like it finally started wilting only a few months ago. Does it have fruit on it? Is it growing fruit? That's kind of impressive. For a bonsai, and for a bonsai in outer space especially. Notes on Elias, Talia's right-hand man. Elias had a teenage daughter who died of interstellar dystrophy 2 years ago. She had just moved into the assistant secretary's bunk, which has been vacant ever since. He never adopted a new child, and the whole conversation of his succession has been in an awkward limbo for a while. Chi-Chi is one of a few dozen personal pets on the Zephyr. Like all pets, she was bred on the farm floor. I got her 4 years ago, and she's been living with me since. I sometimes take her to the park downstairs on a leash, but she seems to prefer sleeping in my bunk all day. Is she a hairless cat? A chihuahua? An alien of some kind? I don't know what those things coming out of her face are. That might just be space, like space gear for pets or something, or it may be an alien appendage. And William. My dad is the only role model I've ever had. Not like I've been given much of a choice. Alright, and where are we going on the map? We need to go to the security office, okay? Which is downstairs.
Dad seemed to be pretty shaken up, but I didn't understand why this detail was such a big deal to him. And what did the captain know about it?
Or is there some kind of memory plague as a whole going on down on Earth? And that's what he's worried about, not that there's specifically something wrong with Mom. That would be interesting. Alright, so we need to go across the bridge and down. Why is this like a slight bit lower than this? Is this like... I don't know. And there's another location on the other side. Maybe I should go to that one first. Again, I tried to use the arrow keys. Oh. Okay, I need to use the bridge up here and then go down. I think. Because there is no bridge downstairs. And here's an elevator. Yeah. Or a lift, as I guess they would call it. Level 2. This where I need to go? I believe so. Pressing ear nearby a person will start a conversation with them if they ask something to say to you. If they don't, the speech bubble symbol above their head will be missing or grayed out. Good evening, Sergeants. Assistant Chief. Hey, Stella. Paul, address her properly. Come on, Dad. You can call me Stella. It's alright, Adelrich. I don't need to hear my own title all the time. We'll be a little relaxed in our approach to our job, maybe. Maybe that's how I'll play Stella. As you wish. But I would like to point out that your father places great importance on procedure. Anyway. Our father is our role model, but maybe we're not the best mold. Let's talk about the reason I called you. A door in the network area triggered a security alert. We've had some false reports due to defective sensors lately, so it might be nothing. However, I tried to check in with programmer Aaron, who works down there, and he isn't answering his PDA. It's possible that he is wearing noise protection, but we should make sure everything is alright. Could you take the elevator down to the inner hall and have a look? Of course. Should I ask an enforcer to come along? I don't think that's necessary. Programmer Aaron should be in the network office. Alright, I'll make sure he's okay and report back. All your dialogues are recorded in your PDA. If you ever find that your journals aren't detailed enough, you can reread any conversation right here. Nope. Don't need it. Okay. So... Inner Hull A. Anything else new? My closest friend whenever we're off the clock. Paul, our bestie. Alright, we need to go to the inner hull, which is down here. We should be able to reach it via elevator. Okay. Oh, we should talk to Paul if he's our best friend. Oh no, he doesn't have a speech bubble. What's over here? I should remember to scan. Scan everything. Oh, first we should see what this place is. The locker room. So yes, we're technically general population, but I see myself more as crew. Not like it matters. We have universal access, guns and armor, all forbidden to population. So, we're not allowed to handle chemicals in the lab. Neither is the captain for that matter. We all have a role to play. That's not the same. Are these soldiers? Security? And I think it matters whether we see ourselves as crew or population. Yeah, so these are like civilian volunteers, maybe? Well, my bunk is in the residential area. Where's yours? And how do your neighbors look at you lately? Assistant Chief Stella, do you need anything? I think that's a woman and I was giving her too low a voice. No, honestly just took a wrong turn. I'm headed to the inner hull. A door in the network area set off an alarm. Good. We were about to head out anyway. Let's get back to work. Assistant Chief? Bodo and Yaya. Alright, I guess we just go on down. Level -1. What's on level 0? I want to see. It looks like holding cells of some sort. Oh no, it's like... Oh. Can I not go in there? This way I can go somewhere. That looks like a... What's it called? Like a courtroom. Oh, we're gonna be going there quite a bit, aren't we? A courtroom? Yeah. This is, in fact, the brig. Can we talk to prisoners? Michio. Got drunk again, Engineer Michio? I'm happy to see you too. You know there's no need to lock me up. He's pretty. I like his hair. I'm not going over this with you again. Your security folk are such buzzkills, you know that? We don't make the rules. You'll have to direct your complaints to the ethics committee. You both know you're not going to change jack shit. How do you manage to get so much alcohol anyway? You shouldn't have enough tickets to get drunk so frequently. It's all a matter of priorities, you know? We might have to look into that sometime. I'm not doing anything illegal. I would never. Oh, is this like... Oh, we're gonna be going down here quite a bit, I think. Detective games and all that. Spending a lot of time talking to crooks, potential perps. You know how it is. In that courtroom, looking nice and ominous. Now we need to go to level -1. Did that say, see if anyone has anything to say about the clues you have? Let's see if we can go in any of these rooms. No, we don't have access to that, I guess. I can run, that's right. What the? What happened to the door? Maybe I should not go through it. Or maybe I just will. Network access point. Internet terminal. Food network terminal. Medical data terminal. Recycling terminal. PDA network terminal. Programmer Aaron? Uh-oh. He's dead? Knocked out? Aaron, are you alright? Oh, fuck. Okay, he's fine. Aaron, what's wrong? What happened? My head hurts so bad. It's bruised in the back. Can you move? It is? Ugh. Ouch. What happened? I think someone was here. Someone was here? What do you mean? I went to the cafeteria for my evening break, but I returned a little earlier than usual. I've been working on a new data routing algorithm today, and I had an idea I didn't want to forget. When I came back, the door to the network area was broken. I wanted to check if everything was alright in my office, and when I came in here, there was someone standing next to my desk. What? Who? I don't know, I think a man. He was wearing a disguise. Well, if he was wearing a disguise, then maybe it wasn't a man. I turned to run back out, but he jumped me. He hit my head with something, that's all I remember. Shit, give me a second, I'll get help. Dad? Something happened down here. Aaron was attacked. Attacked? How is he doing? He seems okay, but his head is bruised. I'll send a medical team. Who attacked him? I don't know. He said the person was disguised. Seems like they broke into the network area. The door at the entrance has been cracked open. I'll inform Sergeant Adelrich and join you as soon as I can. That name is going to give me trouble. I can pronounce it, but every time I trip over it. Do you have your weapon on you? Yeah, I do. Good. I'll be there in a few minutes, okay? In the meantime, you have a look around and talk to Programmer Aaron. Maybe you can find out what the intruder wanted in the network area. Okay. Watch your back. I'll be there soon. I'll talk to Aaron first. I'd like to ask you a few questions. Let me think. What did the intruder want? Do you have any idea what the intruder was doing in here? I haven't had much time to think about it yet, but since we're in the network area, I'd wager a guess and say it was something network related. I can take a look around and see if I notice anything unusual. No, you should take it easy until the medical team is here. I'll investigate the rooms and let you know if I find anything. Thank you. What do I find in this area? The various ship networks can be monitored from here. Those are all the things I found in that room with all the monitors on the sign. You can access them via the terminals next door, but only if you have access rights or my special tool. I see. That's all for now. Okay. Anything over here? Oh, what? This device on the floor looks out of place. Maybe Programmer Aaron can tell me more about it. I should show it to him. You just found an interesting clue. Progress in your cases will often be made by showing the right evidence to the right people. Regardless of whether or not a person has something to tell you, it is always possible to show them a clue you collected. To do so, press F and choose what you'd like to talk about. Oh. Oh boy. Do you know what this is? Of course, that's one of my tools. Where did you find this? Next to the door to the network access point. I definitely didn't put it there. Do you think that the tool could have been used by the intruder? I'm sure. You need it to access and manipulate the data on the terminals in the network access point. So that's probably what they wanted in here. Is there a way to find out what they did exactly? Huh. Would be a good start if we knew which network they manipulated. I'll grant you access to the terminals. Thank you. What can I see on those screens? Each terminal shows a visualization of data that was sent through the respective network over the past 24 hours. Farid created the visualization a while back to make it readable for non-technical users. Thank you, Farid. I am not techie. The left side is data being sent, and the right side is data being received. If a network was manipulated, there should be some irregularity on one of the terminals. I'll have a look, thank you. First case! Progress is tracked in your PDA. The solution to the case is always a piece of evidence. You can assign it from the section here. Once a solution has been assigned, a submit button will appear. After hitting that button, you can no longer change the solution and the case is closed. You alone decide at which point to submit the solution. However, be careful if you aren't confident in your conclusions just yet. There is no going back. Nope. Okay. Let's look at the evidence we have now. All these terminals. Yeah. Oh, this is just a power node. It's not a room I can go into, I guess. Baptiste's son, Michio. A drunk and a troublemaker despite his smarts. Should be working at the museum, but is rarely seen there. There's a museum here? Holy crap, I gotta go there. I love museums. I sometimes interrogate witnesses or suspects here in the brig. Not exactly my favorite part of the job. Locker room, the place where the security force keeps their armor and weapons. Bado. He seems to be at the top of the Enforcer's unofficial hierarchy. Kind of a creep with a checkered past. Yaya. One of the numerous Enforcers available to myself and my sergeants to do the dirty work. Okay, these are all the terminals. Aaron. Friendly and enthusiastic guy who works in the network area in the inner hall. Broken door. The door was forcibly pried open. Looks like it wasn't a faulty sensor this time. Okay. And our cases. Objects as solution. Which terminal did the intruder manipulate? Okay. I don't know yet. I should look at the terminals, since I have access now. Taking a look around the environment you visited earlier is often worth it if you have a suspicion that something changed in the meantime. For example, you may find objects that were altered in some way, weren't there before, weren't considered relevant yet. When you collect a clue again after it was changed, the title, description, and image of the PDA entry may be updated. Okay, cool. So I should check things multiple times. Already in PDA. Recycling terminal. Intranet terminal. Food network. And medical data. How do I look at them? Okay. The amount of data sent on the left side should be the same as the amount of data received on the right side. Oh boy. This is going to be a puzzle, isn't it? I need to figure out, oh boy, how much the boxes and the lines indicate. Okay, so in this one, there are... Hold on, where's my notebook? I'm gonna need this notebook. Okay. So, making a new page for Between Horizons. On the PDA network, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines and 1 box on one side, and 1, 2, 3, 4 lines and 2 boxes on the right. Recycling. Oh geez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 lines and no boxes. And 3 lines and 2 boxes. Okay, so if this is not wrong, if there isn't something wrong here, then 1 box would equal, hold on, 11 minus 3 is 8, so 1 box would equal 4 lines. And let's see, does that add up here? 7 lines in 1 box. No, this has 2 boxes. So that would be 8. Oh, hold on. Let me add this all up. So if what we learned from recycling is correct, then 7 lines in 1 box would be 11. 4 lines and 2 boxes would be 12. So that would be an issue. But let's see, one of these might be wrong. Okay, so medical, 2 lines, 2 boxes, and 4, 5, 6 lines, 1 box. So this would indicate, I think it might be the PDA that's wrong, because this adds up. 2 lines, 2, 4 boxes, 2 boxes equals 8, so that's 10 on the left. 6 lines plus 1 box, which is 4, equals 10 on the right. So I think 1 box is 4 lines. But I'm just gonna double check all of these to make sure. Food, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines and 1 box. So 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines and 1 box. Same. So that's just correct, no matter which way you swing it. And intranet has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines, 1 box. So that would be 10. Oh, the bug's back. And 2 lines, 2 boxes, which would also be 10. Okay, so I think it's PDA. Does not add up. Let's see. There's 1 more bit of data on the PDA side. On the There's one more bit of data on the right than there is on the left. Okay. Please assign an object as a solution. How do I assign? It's PDA, right? Yes, I'm sure. Stella, everything alright? Programmer Aaron, how do you feel? I feel alright, Chief, but I'll get myself checked out to be sure. I found out what the intruder was up to. He manipulated one of the ship's networks. Good job. I think I even know which one. Did you have a look, Programmer Aaron? Of course, let me see. Yes, you're right. Looks like some malware was injected into the PDA network. You agree? Good. I mean, not good. Excellent work, Stella. Listen, I actually came out here to tell you something else. I've been thinking about what the intruder's plan was exactly. These terminals in the access point only contain very recent information flowing from each network to our central servers. If the guy was after recent data, he could have accessed it right there using my tool, but he may have injected malware instead. The terminals are connected to the big servers down the hall for regular backups. Maybe his plan was to exploit this connection. For what purpose? I can only assume to override access rights so he can extract historical data from there. Would he have to physically go there to do that? Correct. Stella, follow me. I didn't see what the rest of what he said was. Server room? Oh boy. Uh-oh. There's a figure. Hey, stop! Stella, let's go! Oh, this is a cutscene. I'm not controlling it. It makes me nervous. Enough! One more step and I'll shoot. Lie down flat on the ground. Now. Uh-oh. Did he make it through in time? Did Dad make it through that door in time? I'm not sure. Nope. What happened? The door is crushing me. What can I do? Why is it closing? They're sealing up. There must have been a breach. Where is the override? I don't think there is one. Fuck. What should I do? What should I do? Stella, listen to me. Sparrow was our code word. Oh no. What? What are you talking about? Liz tried to say something's wrong. Where is the override, Dad? Dad? Dad! And his body will be returned to the ship. He will stay with us until all of our journey ends. Oh no. It's a funeral. On a more personal note, I want to say that William was not only the best chief of security I could have ever wished for, but also a dear friend. I did not expect him to go before me, and I was not prepared for it. I don't think I could have been. I would also like to take this opportunity to put any rumors to rest. William's death was a deeply unfortunate combination of circumstances. I'm not sure about that. What rumors? He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Are there rumors of assassination? I mean, now that you put the idea in my head, I'm not so sure that's wrong. A cargo box came loose due to a malfunction and pierced a hole in the floor of the inner hull. They're covering up the fact that there's a mole. Ooh. Air began to stream out of the vacuum of the outer hull. The resulting loss of air pressure caused the emergency doors to shut. Thanks to the swift intervention of our brave mechanics, the breach could be contained shortly thereafter. However,
I kept staring at the notes from my speech, even though I wasn't reading a word of it. We had agreed to frame my father's death as an unfortunate accident. to keep the intruder a secret in the name of public peace and safety. It was our highest imperative. If there was a person between the ship's population and their safety, they would get crushed by design. There was no security override to save the individual. In a way, this concept made sense to me. It had to. After all, I was the chief of security now.
Oh boy. Title screen. We're the chief of security. Alright. New message from Talia. You just received your message. Open your PDA to view it. You should go talk to the sender in person if you want to respond. No. Okay, there's the save icon. Okay. I'll read the message from Talia next time. That seems like the end of the prologue. Pretty good place to end the first episode. I'm liking it so far. A lot of the text stuff goes over my head, which I think is going to be an issue if the main crime in this game is a hacking. But I don't know. I've learned to work with that in the past. I can learn to work with it again. I solved that puzzle pretty darn well, I should say, even though it was a tutorial puzzle. I'm liking it so far. I love the art style. I like the little bit of voice acting we get from Stella, but I'm glad I do get to voice characters too, because that's something I really like getting to do in Let's Plays. So yeah, next time we'll see what Talia wants. Until then, I have been Mars, and I will be back with more Between Horizons.